Okay, so I said I had a bombshell relating to former judge, disgraced judge Jesse Kramig. And I think you, like me, probably hate it when people just don't get to what is the bombshell. And here's the bombshell. Our good friend, Governor Mike DeWine, helped Jesse Kramig get a new job working for Mike DeWine. In a total FU to Claremont Countyans, a total FU to ethics and morality, a total FU to people that in any way, shape, or form stand against, cover up, and a protected class of individuals that don't have to live by the same rules that you or I would have to live by. So, again, that's the bombshell. I'm going to have more information as we go forward through this quick discussion that Jesse Kramig has landed working for Mike DeWine. That's a great deal, Jesse. You can go fucking screw whatever you want now at the state level. Yes, way to go. Keep it hard, Jesse. Keep it hard. It is absolutely absurd that this guy, Jesse Kramig, not only has parts of his body in people that we pay for as taxpayers, but now has his hand in our wallet yet again, working for the governor. All right, let's keep rolling through here so we can understand what are the pieces of the puzzle. First, I want to give a shout out and thank you to Gary Rosenhofer. If you saw my post yesterday, Gary Rosenhofer's coming after me that I am fake practicing as an attorney with Allison Kersker, the love interest or sexting interest of Judge Jesse Kramig. And Gary's done a phenomenal job by coming after me because it's caused me to go start digging into this stuff again. I don't know what Gary wants. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe it's not. But any event, that's what I'm doing. Remember, the reason why I supposedly, according to Gary Rosenhofer, was practicing as an attorney because I put on my Facebook that Allison Kershker should not sign shit put in front of her by the government when they were going to fire her, that she should get a Garrity warning that is like Miranda rights for a government employee, and that she should not trust any lawyer from Claremont County. That would include Gary Rosenhofer. He's from Claremont County, and certainly Scott Croswell. So I'm going to come back to that maybe in a second when we get as we look forward through what we have today. So the connections in what I revealed yesterday are fantastic. You've got Scott Croswell and Gary Rosenhofer, two attorneys that practice out of the same office. I don't think they're a partnership or anything, but practice out of the same office in Batavia. You've got Rosenhofer is Allison Kersker's counsel. Kramig is his counsel, Scott Croswell. Rosenhofer is a supporter of Jesse Kramig. All these people are connected. The adverse interests that come into play here, unbelievable. But in Claremont County, it doesn't matter. We just do crooked fucking shit all the time. This is the way we do it, way we put the fix in. They'll probably try to trick Allison Kersker that she's getting some sort of good deal, when in reality, she's getting screwed for a second time. So that is kind of what I revealed yesterday about the connections that got me kind of re-engaged on this stuff. What I have found out is that Jesse got a job from the governor in the Department of Administrative Services. And I want to play what I did today is I thought, hey, I looked him up in the directory. I'll go ahead and give Jesse a call and ask him some questions about his new job and how he is supporting us, the taxpayers of Ohio, and some of the wonderful work he's planning on doing going forward. So let's listen to, I recorded me trying to call Jesse. Let's listen to, there's going to be 3 calls. Let's listen to call number 1.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mr. Kramig? So that was it. That's the extent of the call. So he hung up. Hold on, I think I say something else. Hello? Okay, so I call, he answers. He must identify my voice, or he's just or maybe he's just an extremely rude public servant working for the Department of Administrative Services. So I called back again. I figured he wasn't going to answer, but I left him a voicemail. Just so you know, and I don't, Gary. I hope Gary Rosenhofer is not listening because I'm going to give you some legal advice, and he might accuse me of practicing as an attorney. That in Ohio, you do not have to have a record request in writing. You can have a record request given verbally. Does not need to be in writing. So I'm sorry, I'll probably get, referred to the disciplinary council of the Ohio Supreme Court again by Gary Rosenhofer because I gave legal advice and you're probably confused that I'm your attorney now. But let's listen to the second call where I ring back Jesse, get his voicemail, and leave him a record request.
Kramig, Jesse is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hey, Mr. Kramig, this is Chris Hicks. I just called you and you answered, and then you hung up on me when I announced myself. That doesn't seem very professional, but I wanted to call you and congratulate you on your new Mike DeWine job. At the same time, I wanted to give a records request for all of the following: a copy of any document that shows your job description and responsibilities, the resume and application that you used for getting hired to a new position, any hiring documents that would show who hired you, any communications during the hiring process, either email, letter, text, or any other format that exists, including electronic formats such as voicemails if they still exist. I'd also make a record request for an org chart for your area that also shows on the org chart whether you have an assistant assigned to you. Also, I would like to know who to contact for information on other candidates that might have applied for your position to see if it was a competitive process that considered who is the best person for the job. As you know, my phone number is 513-289-4341. You could feel free to call me back to give me the information on where to contact somebody else. For purposes of my record request, my email is Chris, CHRIS, at Hicksperience, HICKSPERIENCE.com. That's Chris at Hicksperience.com. I look forward to hearing from you and congratulations on your job. I look forward to digging in and determining that you were the best candidate for the job and that you will do an excellent job in whatever it is. Thank you, Mr. Kramig. So that was the second call, and I'm going to check right now on my phone to see if Mr. Kramig has responded to my request so far in email. I don't have a response from him, but I do get a response from something else. But we're going to come back to that. I did get a response on something else, and I'll try to share that as part of this call as well. But so I'm sure Jesse, though, on the Jesse record request, I'm sure that he is going to get back to me almost immediately because he's probably proud and wants to let us all know of his new Governor Mike DeWine job, working for us paying for him like we always have. We paid for him. I mean, we pay for him whether he's standing up or laying down a lot of times. So any event, so I did not get a response from him, but let's play the third call. What I did was I found out that the head of the Department of Administrative Services is Kathleen Madden. Kathleen Madden has her number out there too. So I went ahead and gave her a call to just check up on, the proud hiring of Jesse Kramig. So let's listen to that.
Madden, Kathleen is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Hi, Miss Madden. My name is Chris Hicks, and I'm calling asking some questions about one of your employees, a gentleman named Jesse Kramig. I'm interested in knowing his title, whether his position is a licensed lawyer position, who is his direct supervisor, when did he start, how much is he being paid, and whether Mr. Kramig worked with you in the AG's office or worked, to your knowledge, with Matt Donahue in the AG's office. I separately contacted Mr. Kramig and made a verbal record request for his job description and responsibilities, his resume for applying for the job, his application, if any hiring documents, any communications around his hiring, and an org chart for your area or his area showing any assistance as well. My number is 513-289-4341. Again, my number is 513-289-4341. If you could call me back and confirm your receipt of this message, or I can also tie out my email is chris@hicksperience, HICKSPERIENCE.com. So that's chris@hicksperience, HICKSPERIENCE.com. But if you could call back and confirm your receipt of this message and the questions and the record request, as I said, I made the record request to Mr. Kramig as well. I'm glad to put it in writing, but I don't see on your website where there's any contact me that has any email addresses to contact people at. So, in any event, I appreciate hearing back from you again, 513-289-4341. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so that was me leaving a message for, I guess, Jesse's boss or second line boss. I have to get the org chart. But Kathleen Madden, who's the director of administrative services. The funny thing is she worked in the AG's office, and so did a guy named Matt Donahue. And I'll be very interested in the connections between them, like getting the whole team together, because Jesse worked for the AG's office at one point in time. But as I mentioned, I looked at my phone to see if Jesse had responded to me, and he had not. But I did get a message back from DAS. I'm gonna put that up on the screen right now if I can. So this is real-time new information, and it says, probably hard to read the way that is there. This is to acknowledge 2 public records requests submitting. Da, 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 da. So it has, like, you requested the following: title held by Jesse Kramig. That wasn't a records request, so. I don't want to get Gary coming after me for practicing as attorney phony, but on a record request, you can ask questions and they're not obligated to answer the questions. A record request is for specific record. Like I asked for his job description. There would be a record for that. So they kind of mix this up here, so I'm going to have to help them out. It's a kind of a shock that these high-paid people in government can get confused so easy. But I did get a response back after leaving a message for Kathleen Madden, and these are the things that I've had in the voicemail to her. So it's telling me that she or somebody in her office got back. So, in any event, I'll be looking forward to seeing what comes back from them. Now, as a final note in all this, how absolutely, and excuse my language, fucking outrageous is it that you have a judge who lied his ass off for a year from 2023 to summer of 2024, denying that he was using a subordinate for his sexual gratification. The guy is a perv. The guy should not be in any government job, for sure. Maybe there's a job at a strip club or something he could work. It is absolutely outrageous that our Governor Mike DeWine, gives this perv a job working in his administration, being paid for by us. We were already screwed once by Jesse Kramig by having an unethical and immoral judge sitting on the bench. We were screwed when the Republican Party endorsed Jesse Kramig and kept that endorsement without allowing it even to be discussed in meetings when valid and real accusations came forward about Jesse Kramig's behavior in and out of the courthouse. It is absurd. It is offensive. It is obnoxious. Jesse Kramig should be humiliated and embarrassed. He is an embarrassment as a man, as a father. Jesse, get your fucking hand out of the taxpayer's wallet. Go find a job and fucking rehabilitate yourself. Then maybe you can come back someday. But this is absolutely asinine that you can't keep your fucking parts of your body out of other people and you can't keep your fucking hand out of the taxpayers' wallets. This is an outrage to all Ohioans. It's an outrage to Claremont Countyans. And Gary, if you're out there, make sure to report me because I told people a little bit about a record request. I was probably improperly practicing as an attorney when I did that. But thanks again, Gary, for bringing this to my attention. I'm going to be digging in more and more on this stuff because the level of absurdity, the level of corruption, the level of swamp connections between lawyers, the level of people using other people in this county and with DeWine and Kramig now at the state level in this state should be offensive and obscene.